Hello, everybody. It's the coach.
Oh. Okay, Coach. Well, in just a few short months, this place will be the epicenter of the sporting world when it hosts Super Bowl 54. It's Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins.
58 Mike 20. Check.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive.
There goes Alex Collins. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is what to answer right now.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
To throw, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here's the newest member of the 15,000-yard club. It's Frank Gore.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward? And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. $55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. He was looking for Parker that time. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for the Bills. 49 yards. But one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. You know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing. Change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andre Roberts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage, probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give to Collins. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Allen now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Allen going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Singletary on the toss play. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Allen to throw it. On the completion, Frank Gore. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Mike. Check 55, Mike. All that, baby, all that.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Allen now looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, Singletary. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. So they're going for it, and here's Allen being chased out left. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Mike's 40. Round 80. 43. Watch the slant.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Trying to run it in, DeMarco. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Patrick DeMarco, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach, everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and this is back to a 5-point game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. A 5-point. Game now as here comes the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground with Gore. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
15 yards on the play, first down. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Allen off the play fake. Flush and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Allen. And he's going to go down again. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Raekwon McMillan providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. That's complete. It's Collins. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick now. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Fitzpatrick again. They're able to locate Wilson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw, and this is caught. It's Parker, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. He'll look to throw.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. His pass caught at the 4. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lowered than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Singletary again. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 1st down, it's Gore. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down. Check. Check. 52's the mic. You don't want that. Pick up the ball.
Back to throw. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me,